Hello, I'm back here at Ars Magica 2. I've pretty much built almost all the things that are new and exciting and, well, need to be figured out, like what to do with the Everstone, because I have not really done anything with illusion blocks, but illusion blocks are like invisible walls or something. And I've met some invisible walls near a pirate island, so those actually do exist. And this is the sigil stand. It's a new thing, and a sigil is a focus for your mind, so you can build an elaborate story and have all the different parts or elements of the story be just small elements of a picture, like an image. So if you build an image right here, or well, just right here, whatever, and then you could have a very large introduction to an entire story, which is represented by, say, a line or a cross or a circle or something like that. And then the next part and the next part and the next part are also just represented by, well, either visual cues or letters. You could just write an entire sentence and then use some, well, recombinations of the actual letters in there. So one of the more formal ways, like Spare did, is you take all the letters, you scratch the vowels and you scratch all the doubles, and then you just get consonants. Well, in one each maximum, and based on just the order of the letters of the words, you build that into a picture. So you have, let's just do a very easy example. uh, Leave me alone. Well, it starts with an L, which also is in alone, but the second L from alone we then won't use, so it would be the L for leave. And then the E and the A, they won't be used because they're vowels, so they were scratched. So you have the V next. So you got the L, and then for some reason or some way, then you make a V into this, and it doesn't matter on which side it is. So here you've got a line, and you can go that way. Well, to the on the floor, and in Minecraft that won't be that as easy. So you've got the V and an L, and then you have got leave, which is just one symbol. And then me would be just the M, which is connected to the LV. So you got the L, and then maybe here the M, while there is the V, and then you have leave me, and then alone, and the A and the L don't work, in the O neither, so you've got the N only. So you've got 4 letters left from leave me alone, and that is just then one image, which would then be, well, the L and the V and the M, and then the N somewhere. Well, it doesn't really matter, you could do it there, or part of the V or something. No, because if a V is like this and then you make an extra part, you have an N. So that's a bit of something creative and artsy fartsy, because, well, if you just randomly do that, it won't look anything like you will want to, but with some practice it will work out fine. So let's see. Oh, it's night. Let me quickly sleep the night away. So I'll just make a little representation in blocks of how this would look, because of course in real life you use just pen and paper, or blood, ink, paint, something. But this is, well, let's get somewhere with a little bit of space. Missed the second jump. And I'm not saying that the sigils in Ars Magica are used this way. It's just a little bit of background information about how this stuff actually works. So, oh, Mr. Creeper. You also want to do magic? Yes, of course. That might be too far. So say let's 3 and 2. So this is definitely an L from leave me alone. And then if the V would be part of this one, but like so or something. Yeah, you know, it's Minecraft, so it doesn't really work out as well as you like, but, well, we can do one more like this, and then one more like so, and then you've got a bigger L, and then the V. Well, it's still not perfect, but fine. And then the M, which would be like so. You see, because then this is the L, and the M from me, which also is an E, by the way. Oh, blue creeper, mana creeper. Well, I'm talking about magic, guys. Leave me alone. So this would be leave me, and then alone, which also already has the L, and we don't use the vowels. So it just needs the N, and well, an N looks kind of like this. Yeah, so. And it doesn't matter if it's upside down or not, because it's about the content, it's not about the actual picture. Because this, if you look at it from close by, it's not something actually, but maybe, well, usually, eventually it will. Hey, come on. If you look at it from higher up, you know, it doesn't seem like it's an L, an N, an M, and an V. It looks like a picture on its own, and that's the idea of sigils. So, minor intermezzo. But the sigils they use here are of different sorts. Because this is a sigil stand where you put on sigils, and I think they just use a block or a sort pillar, and then you put other stuff on top of the pillar. So I've built me a sigil stand already, of course, just to check out what it would do or anything. It doesn't seem to do anything on its own. It's right here. So I guess it's time to build some sigils, and I built it right next to this one because I, well, thought about the butchery and the progeny. And the butchery, which is also a sigil, it needs an evil looking book, which does not have a recipe. And progeny is easier, we can make this easy, but I kind of fear that if I use a progeny here and then forget about it, this will be completely overflowing with cows. But we'll check it out, so I'll build the progeny first, and I'll see if I can find out how to make an evil book, because I vaguely remember something about that. Okay, I'll be back shortly. Oh yeah, and the essence refiner, you can see how far it is, not by any bar, but by the color of the circle. Because it starts out teal, but it becomes purple, or, well, really dark. And when it's actually dark, then it's done, and it returns to teal. So just a minor detail about the essence refiner, because well, it took me a little bit before I noticed it, because if you just look at it, it will change only gradually, and that is difficult to see. So minor detail. Alright, in my first sigil of progeny, does not create a new arcane compendium unlocked, but well, I think there's almost everything unlocked already now, except for bosses, of course. I don't remember by heart what the recipe is to summon those, because I was actually planning on doing that. Oh wow. Nice color, really nice. Too bad it's shifting with my view. I would like to see it from the side. Or is it supposed to be a sphere or some sort? Yeah, probably, even though it's not a sphere, but it's just something that turns with you. It's like it's always looking at me! But well, this is then the sigil for progeny. And I wouldn't understand how this would return to progeny, but I guess for some really cultured person, they could see, well, some sort of whirlpool where from the center, where from which every other thing of life gets hurled out. But well, no, probably not. Hey, but if I noticed correctly, this automated harvest of breeding and harvesting later on maybe. I saw some XP. I don't see a lot of XP. It's a bit crowded in there. But okay, I'll just leave this on for a little bit, and in the meantime I'll go check out how to make a really evil book, because I think those were in chests or something, and also in something you could just build. So I'll figure that out, and then after that has well, hopefully not completely destroyed my world, then I'll be back. So apparently an evil looking book is an arcane compendium plus a wooden leg. This is a tribute to Word from Diablo 1 and 2. Because to go to the secret cow level you use this or the evil looking book. Yes. With a gateway then you get to the cow level, and the cow level on Diablo 2 it was. Well, that was an enormous amount of cows that were all over the place, and I think that if you use this book on the gateway, and it's supposed to work actually, you get a portal into well, the evil cow level, and I haven't actually seen that yet. So, well, guess I'll just leave all my stuff here and go in. Oh wait, then I'll die again. Well, I don't have any levels, and I'll have to build another arcane compendium anyway, because then, well, I have no idea how to craft an arcane compendium other than just becoming a mage. Yeah, oh, it's the doom sound. Oh, cool. I think I'll leave this here as well, and let's go. Yeah. No, it didn't work all that well. Let's try again. Maybe it was just a glitch or something, that it didn't load in fast enough and then I dropped through the floor or something. It's, well, totally possible. Oh look, the entire world is having problems now. But well, what you gonna expect if you use an evil looking book on a gateway? Is it still open? No. Yeah, those are from the fire mobs in Doom. It's a really nice sound. I don't know, probably from some other game stuff as well. So, try to. Let's see if I get... no. Well, I'm somewhere. And I didn't bring an axe, because I didn't think I would be spawning on the ground somewhere. This seems like it's pretty close, actually. Oh yeah. Evil moose.
Moo 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 moo
Moo moo moo. Moo moo moo.
moo.
Just because I'm without any armor or gear or weapons, whatever.
Moo 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 moo.
Moo moo moo. And here's some red liquid. Probably just a color scheme. Let's see if we can find something that we can use. Hey, this is moonstone. Well, the new texture for moonstone. So you can get those here. That is nice. And everything is lit up. That's strange because I'm not wearing anything and it's completely surrounded by the darkness. Can you break those with your fist? No, it doesn't look like it. So maybe the next time I go in here I will take an axe, because moonstones are pretty difficult to get. It's just because, well, they have to fall from the sky and such. But as far as I know, the only way out of here is to build another gateway, power it, and then go back to your normal base through the gateway system. But well, let's go and see if we can find the big moo. some moose there. Some more there. Yes, we have a block. Oh, but you can't swim up this? Oh, yes you can. So, Moose, where's your king? Doesn't really give directions or anything. Like Lucretia. Lucretia, my direction goes to coast with me. Lots of ores, that's nice. And I think I've already been here, so... Oh no, because I would have remembered the goal. No, nothing here. Well, let's just dive through one of those mobs, because this is getting boring. I would like to find out where the king is, but... Well, I guess I'll come here with some secondary gear that is not all that problematic if it gets lost, because I got chests full of them. So. Here, bus. Ah. Oh, quite a bit of lag. Moo moo. I didn't bring any food either, so I'll starve to death. Let's see if we can kill a moo. Oh, it's got laser beams for his eyes! Oh no! Yeah, okay, by hell cow. But that's fine, at least I know how to build those now and can go there for experience, I guess. It's just a pre-made World of Farm, if it's anything like the Diablo 2 version, because that was just rows and rows and rows of cows that indeed only said moo and moo. So yeah, that's nice to know, but now let's see how it works with as a sigil. So I'll put my gear on and use the evil looking book in the sigil to butcher all the cows. I'll be back later. And even though I am currently already a mage, let's see if we can build a new compendium. Looks like you can, even though I already have unlocked the secrets of the arcane. This is the only way I know how to make such a book. Because there is no recipe for it, and I've not been checking out everybody who's written anything about Ars Magica 2. Just a little bit of the patch notes and stuff like that. So I'll build the butchery sigil. And so we've got the sigil of butchery, which actually is not shapeless. So if you use a different order of the raw meat, it didn't work. So that's remarkable, because most of these things are shapeless, like the chalks and stuff like that. So this should be creating some baby cows. And it isn't a very large area yet, because I haven't surrounded it with gold inlays, which I will. But first I wanted to build also the sigil of butchery in the same place. Now how do I see that it actually is doing something? Besides them dying sometimes. I don't know. Okay, let's build a wall of sigils around them, so that increases the area which they will be effective. Like so. Now you can put a maximum of 3 on, but that's not what I was looking for. Oh, maybe it's just in this side. Yeah. The radius can be expanded to 10 blocks by gold inlays surrounding it. Because redstone, iron, yeah, could do those as well if we were really making a specific only tiny little bit or something. But for general purposes, I guess the biggest one is just best. So I'll make a couple of golden inlays. Don't I have those already? 2. I need more. And I'll build it around it, and I'll observe a bit how it goes and report in. Okay, so the butcher is apparently way more effective than the progeny version, because it's thinning the herd pretty fast. It's like 20 and well 38 cows probably. Very bad drops, or something already despawned, I have no idea. Yes, this is going way too fast. I guess I'll have to rethink that. And if I would first make all the inlays around it, I guess the entire herd would be gone now. So let's not do that. Did I get it back? Look like it? Yes. So maybe just the progeny for now. And we'll put it just in the middle, so don't need to build the inlays. So, go breed my cows. Oh, multiply and be happy. Oh, perhaps I should build more spells and such again. So, well, the breeder or the progeny sigil works, but is way slower than the butchery sigil, which is not that strange because after something is progenized, it still needs to grow up before you can butcher it, and the butchering is just la 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 slaughter cow. Nah 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 nah. I guess it's if there are 2 or 3 or more nearby. Wait. Oh, he's outside. Doesn't matter. Blocks. Sigils. Progeny is when does it Oh, it's just periodically within 4 blocks. And butchery if there are more than 2. So 3 or more within 4 blocks in any direction, those will be killed. And well, in such a highly enclosed and concentrated set of cows, that then is not a good idea. Because, well, you'll be left with just 2 in the end, and it'll take ages before you've gotten enough again. Well, even though I don't really need any more cows or leather or anything. Well, definitely no more leather. I guess the beef will continuously be harvested and used, so, well, still kinda useful. I don't know how long it would take to actually finish all this meat. But that is fine. So I'll think about another sigil to try out, and I'll be back then. Oh wow, I didn't notice. Creating spells now has new icons. And achievement get. Oh. Oh yay. Interesting. Right clicking on the spell. And this is actually casting the spell, I guess. Well, I usually only use it from my spellbook because it has problems if you just use it from here. Mana Cake spellbook. Affinities, I'll read about those. Magic level skill points. Yes, we'll know about those. But I'll definitely build a spellbook and a mana cake, so we'll just continue with the unlocks. Alright, first up the spellbook. No, it doesn't unlock anything, didn't think so. And next up the mana cake. So mana cake doesn't unlock anything. And mana potions, well, just see if the lesser stinky potion. How do you get a stinky potion? And these just take the lesser and then make it better. I can make this one, but it's used for stuff, and I haven't found any pools of liquid acid yet, because I read in the patch notes that they have included witchwood forests and magical areas with lakes of magic essence, so you can actually use it a lot more. But well, let me find out how to build a stinky potion and then build as a lesser mana potion. Well, apparently stinky potion is just some sort of joke because it's in normal Minecraft it's an unused potion, but if you just use a water bottle, well, that works. So you can just build mana potions from water bottles and not stinky potions, which I don't think you can build actually. But it didn't unlock anything and a mana cake either, neither. So yeah, these are blah blah blah. I'll read these a bit slower later because they're probably the same or very similar. And well, it looks like this is it. Yes, affinities is nice, and I think I might want to have an earth affinity. Oh, this, if you're farther down, you get more armor. And you sink in water, that's actually pretty good. Because then you get down to the bottom pretty fast and just build a too high block with a torch so you have air. You cannot fall as far without taking damage. Yeah, well, it's just fine. But I haven't unlocked what is something I was looking for, namely the recipe for the inlays, which I seem to have lost. I may have done this a bit fast, and so I'll go through this once again. Oh, new sound effect. And still costs a whole lot of mana if you're level 1. And this thing is apparently just a crafting table with two areas where you can leave stuff, and this is just a chest area, and it remembers, if everything is correctly, what you put in there, even if you go somewhere else and then come back. So that's useful. It's for those times when you've almost completed something and then, oh, I only needed this part. Well, now you can just run away, get that part and be back here, and the rest will be still here. And this is just a second one, which is from the upgrade. So you can, well, craft two things at the same time, I guess. Well, it's useful for stuff you use lots of the times. And perhaps if you just make an entire row of these, then, well, you have the feed the beast kind of pre-crafting automated altar stuff. But I guess this will be it for today, and at least we did a little bit of explanation about how sigils work in real life, and we found out that well, using a butcher sigil near my animal pen is just too many animals that die too fast, because the breeding one, or the progeny, doesn't give you enough cows to actually have them both operating at the same time. And also something else is that butcher didn't actually collect any of the loot, so it just lies there. So you'll probably have to build I don't know, a ground floor of hoppers or something, and then you can do it. But well, if you go so far as to make a ground floor of hoppers, there are lots of easier ways to kill all those mobs. Well, maybe not easier than just putting down one thing, but it is automated on its own, and it's not something that you just push a button and then it works. If you use a push a button, then it will work, and it will still do its own thing on its own time, so I don't really like that. But for now, I bid you adieu, and well, next time I'll probably explain something else that is actual magical. And I don't know if there's anything in here that's, well, we could crafting altar probably, because you don't need that in real life. But hey, for now, toodle-dokie, laters.